Hi folks, hope you're doing well. In this session, I would like to address a very pertinent question that probably comes to your mind quite often. Right now, this is the placement season. Many of you are attending quite a number of drives for your internships, whether you are doing a BBA program or a MBA program. So now, very soon, you will be going for internships, and for which you are attending a lot of interviews and pre-placement talks. Okay, so this session is totally dedicated to what is a PPT and what's its significance during placements. Okay, so I would cover these two important aspects, that what is a PPT and how to use it during your placement interviews. Okay, so let's see what is a PPT. First and foremost, a pre-placement talk is an opportunity for the company to interact with the incumbents, with the students, okay, who are interested in the company and the job or internship they are willing to offer. So this gives a platform to the company to introduce their company to you, okay, and they talk about their company in all superlative terms, and that gives them an opportunity or scope to present their company in a very bright light to you. Now, at this point of a time, the company will say that we are one of the fastest growing, we are the largest, okay? They'll use all these kind of terms, we are the best, we are the largest, okay? So they would use all these kind of terms in order to attract you, in order to entice you and make you join their company. They'll make you feel that your life is or your career is jeopardized if you don't join their company. Okay, so this is what basically they do, and it's where they introduce the company to you and give the historical background, the origin, the founder, the family, the people who are behind the success of the company. Number two, they would talk about the job description. What kind of a job they are offering you? What would be the job role? What are you expected to do? Okay, so these would be the major points of discussion. Nextly, of course, they'll give you some kind of a pep talk. They will motivate you. They'll try to, charge you up with that energy to make you join that company. They will make you feel that this is the company, this is the dream company where I should join. Now, subsequently, let us try to understand what should I do during this PPT. Quite often, we consider this as a mundane routine, okay? That companies would come, they would just make a presentation, and what am I going to do with that? Okay, if I want to know about the company, I can just visit the website of the company and get to know. But many latest happenings, some latest innovations, some latest achievements may not be updated on the website, which are usually discussed during the pre-placement talks. You can use all this information. Now the point is, what should you do? First and foremost, you have to be very, very attentive throughout the PPT. Number two, you should do your homework. You should do a background check of the company. You should do all the kind of research that is required about the company, about the job role. You should make notes. You should write down some questions. Okay, all these things should happen before you attend the PPT. Number three, see what all achievements, what all information they are talking about, what are the future prospects of the company they are projecting. Make a note of all of them. So it's very important that you need to have a pen, a paper, a diary, whatever, any writing material, so that you can organize all the content that you have imbibed from the pre-placement talk. Okay, so don't ever make a mistake of considering a PPT to be a banal job, a futile thing. It is very, very important, because this is what helps you know about the company and the job role. It also gives you an opportunity to interact with the company executives and officials before you enter into the further processes. So I would say, for a candidate, this is the first level of filter where he or she can filter out a company and decide whether to attend further process or to ignore that company. So you cannot take a decision just by a gut feeling or just by what people say. Okay, You have to listen to them, you have to analyze, you have to do your homework, you have to do your research. So this is what the importance of PPT is. So attend a PPT, and throughout the PPT, listen to each and every piece of information, verify that information, do your research, okay, and then make a conclusion whether to proceed with that company or give it a miss. Okay. Now, once you have decided that you wish to go ahead, how would you use it in your favor? Very important, right? Now, since I have spent some time, I have researched about the company, I can use it. I can use all that information in my favor. Now, how? How can I use that in my favor? Number one, all the information that you grab from the pre-placement talk, it helps you to mold the answers from the interviewer. Interviewer may ask you several questions, and you can mold those answers, frame your answers, and give very pertinent answers which are suitable to the job role being offered by the company. If, for instance, let us say, question is asked, what are your short-term or long-term goals? Now, your, the soft skill instructors and other kind of coaches must have given you or trained you from, for some ready-made or template-driven answers. Now, you can use those answers, mold them by using the information that you have grasped from these pre-placement talks. Now, suppose the company is talking about their future prospects and goals during the pre-placement talk. Now you can see, or now you can align your short-term and long-term goals based on the goals that have been discussed about the company's future prospects. Now this makes your answer quite pertinent to what has been discussed during the pre-placement talk, and now you become more relevant for the company. Okay. Now suppose the interviewer asks you to ask a few questions if you wish. So please never ask questions for the sake of asking. You should be using all the information that you have imbibed during the pre-placement talk and mold a question which is very, very relevant for the company. Now, for instance, they have discussed that they are planning to launch a few new product in the company, okay, or they are planning to explore a new market. This is what has been discussed in the pre-placement talk. In such a case, you may just frame a question. For example, you can say, okay, now that you have planned to launch a new product, what kind of competitor move do you expect in retaliation to this? This makes a very, very educated question. Since you have listened to the pre-placement talk, you are in a position to frame such kind of a questions. These kind of questions give an impression that yes, you have been attentive, you have been listening, and now you have started thinking about the company as well. Now this puts you in a good stead compared to your other competitors, means other candidates, right? So to summarize, the pre-placement talk is one of the most important milestones that are one of the most important steps throughout the placement drive process. So never underestimate the importance of a pre-placement talk. Okay, so I hope you might have found this video to be useful and informative. If you have liked it, do like it, share it, spread the good word. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.